Well, you're a Jersey girl at heart.
Hey.
Yes, and we all know that you should not mess with a Jersey girl. So we're going to talk about a couple of people who may have tried to mess with a Jersey girl and let you address those controversies, okay?
Okay.
Don't mess with a Jersey girl, Victoria's Secret. Tell me about that. We talked about it a little bit, the petition to get you in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And all the drama that Victoria's Secret has gotten themselves into by not being as open as they should have. Talk to me about that.
Yes, yes. Well, you know, honestly, for the past 3 years, I was personally, like I said, I was struggling to fit into the modeling industry, to be the size that was the standard or the ideal. You know, ultimately, even though I decided, like, okay, screw this, I'm not gonna do this anymore, I wanna be happy at my size. You know, later on it came to find out that, you know, I wasn't being hired because I was trans. And the CEO of the marketing company came out and said that, you know, in a Vogue interview. He said that, you know, no, I would never put a trans person in my show. Like, this is a fantasy, and, you know, that's not what people want to see, you know, so.
His name was Ed Razek, okay? So let's make sure we drag his ass.
And he's been, you know, he left the company, and there's a new CEO, there's a new marketing person, and they released a statement now that they would love to have a trans model.
I bet they would.
So now I'm like, all right, well, listen, I've been working my ass off, so I got to work harder, I guess, this year and see if it works. I hope so.
All right. I mean, we would love to see that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm a showgirl at heart, so it's like I could carry the wings, I could carry the crown, I could carry whatever it needs to be, and however heavy it is, I can do it.
All right, I love it. Now, don't mess with a Jersey girl, Cake Boss. What happened on Cake Boss?
Oh, my God.
Well, I went to do an episode of Cake Boss, and the premise of the show was that there was this guy who is like a womanizer. I don't know, and Buddy wanted him to meet me, you know, develop like a connection with me, and then he wanted me to say, listen, you know, I'm married and I'm also trans, and this is a joke, and, you know, whatever. But what ended up happening was it came across as like I was trying to trick him or like fool him, which wasn't the case when it was explained to me. Like, it was kind of explained to me like, well, he's a womanizer, so he should have access to all women, you know, and you should just try to talk to him to say like, I'm a married woman and yeah, who happens to be trans. But the angle wasn't, when it was like pitched to me, it wasn't so much about go in there and trick him so that we can call you a man and make fun of him.
Right.
That was not what was supposed to happen.
This is not Jerry Springer or That's a Man, Maury. That's not what you're about, obviously.
Exactly. So when I saw everything pieced together, I was just like, wow, like, why would you guys play me like that? Like, I literally walked into the situation thinking, well, this is gonna make a lot of change, you know, like, this will be cool. Like, maybe this is something that will change people's minds, and, you know, we can all just like sort of show some unity or, you know, something. Like, I mean, at the time, you know, I was a little ignorant too. Like, maybe I should have been a little bit smarter to think like, are they trying to play me? Like, but I was very trusting, you know, and that's what ended up happening. And he offered to make me a cake to apologize. I never got said cake.
And it better have had diamonds and gold in it, because the cake is not gonna cut it.
Yeah, but that was that, and that was my lesson, to never trust what anyone says unless it's in paper.
Fucking producers.
Needs to be in paper.
Yeah, not on a reality show. We know that's a little bit
I was
iffy.
Trusting, you know, I was really trusting. And I've done that with a lot of people in my life. I trusted a lot of people and brought them a little bit too close and ended up getting hurt. So, but I think that's life. That's adult. You know, I just wish it wasn't on national TV.
I know, on a lovely family show, as it should be inclusive to all.
Like, he literally called me a man. I was like, because I told all my followers, I'm like, watch me on Cake Boss. I told my mom.
Oh my gosh.
It was just so embarrassing. I was really
Not cute
sad.
at all. You don't deserve that kind of thing. Now, don't mess with a Jersey girl, RuPaul. Girl, Miss Carrera, Miss Carrera.
I knew we were gonna talk about that.
Of course, we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
We talked about the she-male part of the show that they switched, and you had been vocal about that. But recently, Carmen, you did make this tweet. says that said person is one of the most evil people in the industry. Mark my words, and if you don't believe it, you're a fucking idiot. Carmen, I've got a huge pot of tea boiled, and I'm ready to sip this tea.
Okay.
Let me know. You knew it was coming, and you did press send.
So, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
That night, okay. So I just moved. Okay, I just moved here to LA. Okay, and for the past 2 years, I've been really trying to fix the relationship with Drag Race and RuPaul. I made an attempt. Like I was at every drag con. I was at Drag World.
Right. Yeah.
I was really wanting to, because I've been doing so much activism. I wanted to mend whatever issues happened, even though. Truth be told, once I got here to LA, I heard that, you know, Ru or World of Wonder, whoever, basically put out a blast like, do not book Carmen.
Wow.
She's not allowed on the tour. She's not allowed here and there. And I was like really hurt. And, you know, that night I, you know, was with a bunch of friends and, you know, we were taking advantage of some cannabis, and I guess I got a little creative. It was an emotional trigger for me.
That's all right.
Sweetie.
And I was just really hurt. And you know, if I hurt anyone's feelings, I apologize. But you know, deep down, to hear that from someone that, you know, you admire, I get like a little emotional because it's like I love her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
So to hear that was just like, it was just like, I can't believe this, you know? And then, you know, whether or not the Jersey Justice was, you know, the premise of the challenge was about me or not, you know, it
because you thought
hurt.
that there was some sublime shade.
Well, it's because from what I
way.
heard from people who are part of the creative, so it's not like I was just sitting there inventing things.
Right.
You know, so it was just like, and I don't know if these people are trying to be evil with me or manipulate me. I don't fucking know.
Right.
But, you know, I had a moment where I was just really vulnerable, and you know, I'm human and I'm learning, and that's really the truth. You know, whether or not it was about me or not, I really don't care because I've just detached myself from caring about that. But you know, it's sad because ideally I would like RuPaul to take some accountability, you know, and reach out to me. You know, why should I be the one who essentially is the victim in this situation, be the one to try to reach out and mend, you know, what might have went wrong, you know? And I think that she's on this level. She's doing amazing. You know, I'm proud of her as an LGBT person, but there's a lot of things other than me. I mean, I'm not the only person who has dealt with situations like this. I'd love for her to take some accountability and to say, you know, I'm sorry, you know, even if it's on a personal level or whatever, because it is fact that, you know, I was blacklisted. And I mean, although I was focused on my modeling, it did influence the Drag Race fandom to think it's okay to disrespect me constantly, and to think that, you know, I'm someone that's just, you know, just to be discarded. Like, oh, like, you're not a fierce queen anymore, you're just a woman. And it's like, well, excuse me? You know, and when the head of the show is sort of like enabling this subconsciously, I guess, by not acknowledging it, you know, not trying to make things better, not being exclusive on the show, going on interviews, defending the use of a slur, basically, it's just sending that message, and it's pumping that influence to people in the fandom realm.
Right.
And I kind of, you know, I just feel like it's wrong, and I'm gonna stand firmly in that, and I'm never going to I guess, how do I say, like, I'm not gonna ever feel comfortable around like the Drag Race, I guess, like just doing Drag Race things. I won't feel comfortable, and it sucks. I shouldn't have to deal with that. After season 3, I worked my ass off. I toured all the nightclubs. We didn't have theaters at the time.
Right.
You know, and
Well, to also keep you off the tours, that's keeping money out of your pocket.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, why would you do that? You know, just because I, in a respectful way, disagreed with something that was on the show years ago, like, and you're gonna keep that grudge. Like, why does that make you feel? Does that make you feel empowered? Like, I think he needs to take a seat on his like gay male privileged throne, and I wish that he was up to speed with what drag is today. I don't care what Shakespeare said, you know, years ago. I don't care what the 70s or 80s drag used to be. Drag right now drag is inclusive to trans people, has been since I came out into the drag scene 10 years ago. So I'd love to see something more updated. I wish Ru would step it up a little bit, be a little bit more accessible to the real community, you know, and really be there for us instead of taking the credit but not really doing the work. You know, I have a big problem with that. As far as I'm concerned, I tried my best to be an activist, and yeah, like I think it's important. There's people killing themselves out there. There's, you know, that's very real. You can't just ignore it because you're in the limelight so much. You know, I feel like that's neglecting our people. So I kind of have a problem with that. I'm just a queer person like everyone else that has emotional triggers and is working through them.
Well said, sweetie. That has been Don't Mess with the Jersey Girl. Cheers to that. Who the fuck is Heather?
Who the fuck is Heather?
Did we ever figure out who Heather was from Poor Sticky Lane?
Yeah, Heather has evolved. Heather has transitioned.
Yes, she has.
Yes. But we might do something, we might do like an album.
Really?
I want to make music.
Yeah. That's something you're interested in doing now?
Yeah.
That's fun. I love it.
In the meantime, like a side hobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music might we hear on a Carmen Carrera record?
I don't know. Something sexy, something empowering maybe. Like when I perform, I love to do this song by JoJo called Rise Up.
Yeah.
I think that I remember going to like Woodstock, Gay Pride, and the queens would always perform like these Deborah Cox songs, these uplifting songs. Yeah. And I kind of want to do that too. Like I want to sort of like do an updated version of music that will uplift my community. So if I perform at Pride, at Trans Pride, or Bi Pride, or anything, I want to uplift that crowd. I don't want to make them more evil. I don't want to give them a reason to be shady. Like I want them to leave feeling worthy, feeling happy, and really truly being proud of who they are. You know, like that's what I want to do. And I don't know how to put that in a song, but I'll figure it out.
I want to know, are you more of a Jennifer Lopez or a Patti LaBelle? What's the
girl,
voice?
I can't sing. I don't know. I'm taking singing lessons.
Okay.
I think I'm more of like
crooning.
No, you know, like those club songs that's like they just say the same thing over and over. Maybe like one
Fantastic.
like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, listen, if
it.
Manila can sing, I can sing too.
Yeah.
Okay. I have these queens, like they just make up their own genre. That's what I want to do. So we'll see.
And more importantly, I need to see you performing your own song and then giving that hair flip of life, sweetie. Because I bet that hair flips beautifully on stage, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's all mine. So.
Oh, I know it is. Because that's how you can go upside down. You can do it all. Look at that. Yes, mama.
Thank you.
Oh, Carmen, thank you for being here today, sweetie.
Absolutely, I appreciate you so much.
Waiting to get you here, and you're just everything I hope for. So, such a delight.
I'll be back with my music.
Yes, sweetie, we'll be ready for that.
Okay.
And you've turned it so fiercely, in general, darling, that you have snatched the trophy, sweetie. What? Yeah!
Oh my gosh, I would like to thank God. I would like to thank my mom for always being there for me. Thank you, RuPaul, for the chance to be on your platform. And thank you so much for having me, Jonny.
Of course, honey. Not only you get that trophy, sweetie, but you've also won yourself a lap dance! A triple lap dance! Yeah!
Hey.
That's right. Give it to a Gunn. That's a supermodel, fellas. Okay? Yes. Carmen, that's what a Carmen music video is going to be like. Very good.
Yeah, Manila does the casting.
All right, while she does that, Lady Red, take us out with the Black Lady Screaming. Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen! Hey, Carmen Carrera's on Hey, Queen! Yeah! That's right, shaking good and shaking good, fellas. Now, we're not done with Carmen. We're going to have her look at all of her besties and worsties. So you're going to want to keep that on this dial. Is there a dial? I don't know. Thank you to Lady Red. Thank you to all of our beautiful go-go dancers. And most importantly, thank you to Carmen Carrera. And thanks to all of you, baby. We'll see you next time on Hey Queen. Bye, baby.